Union is again similar to structure, but there is one memory-based difference between structure and union. Otherwise, they are both similar. Union is a collection of one or more variables, possibly of different type. That means again it is also a collection of heterogeneous data elements like structure. Keyword is union. In structure, keyword was struct. We generally learn union as a concept as with the difference with structure, right? The only difference between structure and union is in terms of storage of their member. In structure, separate memory is allocated to each member. Suppose in structure you have written struct book. So you have suppose written as character array, title, character array, author, integer, pages, float, cost. So these are four different member variables, right? So if you'll create any variable of that book type B1, then you will place all the values. First is the title. Suppose let us see you have written, then author Yashwant Panetkar, then pages suppose 1000, then cost you have written as suppose 100 rupees. Then each member variable's value will be stored in different memory. So whenever you want to access anyone with the help of dot operator, you can access. All are present simultaneously. सब एक साथ रहेंगे. But in union, this is not the case. As in structure, I have told you, memory representation is done based on the multiples of largest member variable, right? I have told you enough about this thing. In union also, it is dependent on largest data type member. Suppose you have integer, character array, float, and double all, then double is the largest according to the hierarchy of data type, right? Even character array, suppose you have taken as character array a title of size 30, then also double will decide how many multiples will be given, right, for that storage of 30. So here also double will decide the largest memory area, and that memory area will not be individually given to each member variable. Only one memory area will be there, and at a time one member variable can keep its value. All the member variables cannot keep their own individual values simultaneously like in structure, right? So this is the main point that you will understand soon. So operations on union objects are applied in the same way as they are applied in the structure object. Using dot operator, we access also. Defining a union, same as structure, keyword is different. Here we will use union. Here we will use union, and in structure we have used struct, right? Union is a collection of one more variable. We have done this thing. Defining is done using union data type. Declaring union object similar to structure again within pair of curly braces. Everything is same. Only struct will be replaced by union. But memory representation is entirely different than structure. The general form of declaring a union object is union, then name of variable. Like in structure, we have done struct, then name of variable. Example, union employee, right? We can write this thing. So union is the keyword, employee is the tag name. So you will create object of that union employee type, like in structure we have done. The term enclosed within square bracket are optional, so these things are not important here, right? Declaring tag name, defined union type, comma separated list of identifiers, right? You can write these things. These things we have done with the structure, so don't worry about these points. Okay, terminating semicolon must be there. Okay, size of union object or union type. Upon the declaration of a union object, the amount of memory allocated to it is the amount necessary to contain its largest member. I have told you, largest member will decide how much memory will be given to a union type object, right? Address of a union object. A member of union objects are stored in the memory in such a way that they overlap each other. All the members of union object start from the same memory location, right? I'll tell you how it is. In structure, what happens if one member variable has been stored, then after that another member variable is stored. Then after that another member variable is stored. So they are having their different addresses. But in union we have only one memory area, right? In In union, we have only one memory area. So every time for any object, we will have same thing. Initialization of union object, since the members of union object share the same memory, union object can hold the value of only one of its member at a time. All of them cannot be stored in memory, right? At a time, only one can be written. Yes, Sakshi.
सर एड्रेस ऑफ अ यूनियन ऑब्जेक्ट एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए.
अभी बता रहा हूँ बेटा, जरा से पॉइंट्स कंप्लीट हो जाए, लेट मी कंप्लीट फर्स्ट. I'll tell you. By diagram, I'll also tell you. By program, also I'll tell you. See, this is a simple basic example. Union variables. Like in structure, we have struct. Here it is union. The three member variables are there. A is of character type, B of integer type, C is of float type. Then we have created a var object of which type? Union variables type. Right? There are three values. A is for character, capital A. 2 is for integer B. 2.5 is for C. So you are trying to initialize all the three member variables by these values, right? In structure, this is possible, but in union, this is not possible. Only first one will be successfully initialized, and rest of these things, 2 and 2.5, will not be successfully initialized, and it will show you a garbage value whenever you will try to print it. Even here, it is saying declaration syntax error in function main, but I'll show you in program, this is not the case. It will show you, right? I'll show you. So first of the thing that you want to know about address, all right? So address property, I can tell you about it over here, right? So just a minute, I'm telling you. So here you have three member variables, char A, int B, and float C, okay? So in memory, what will be done? In memory, there will be a single block will be allocated. This is a single block allocated. How much memory space this block will have depends on largest data member, which is float. Float, suppose here character takes 1 byte, integer takes 2 bytes, and float takes 4 bytes. Or if integer and float both are taking 4 bytes, then also 4 is the largest value. So this capacity is actually of 4 bytes, right? 4 bytes. And some starting address will be there. Some starting address is suppose 236. This is the starting address of this memory block, right? And this block is dependent on largest member variable. This is of 4 bytes. I have written this thing, 4 bytes block. It is capacity is 4 bytes, right? So only this block is given to you. And within this block, you can store either character value or integer value or float value. Any one value can be stored in this block only. There is no partition in this block that character will be stored here, integer after this, and float will be after this. No, because this is only a single block. This is only a single block of memory capacity 4 bytes, and 4 bytes is just because float is the largest data member and it takes 4 bytes, right? ये कुछ उसी तरह से हो जाता है जैसे कि हमारे पास 3 स्टूडेंट आए और वो एक चेयर है, सपोज 3 पर्सन है, स्टूडेंट नहीं रखते वहाँ पर 3 पर्सन है और एक चेयर है, उस चेयर पे बैठकर उन्हें काम करना है, सपोज, राइट? चेयर इज ऑफ वुडन चेयर. नाउ कारपेंटर विल क्रिएट दैट चेयर अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट फर्नीचर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, राइट? कि ये चेयर किसी भी तरह से टूटनी नहीं चाहिए. तो उन 4 पर्सन में से सबसे ज्यादा वजन जिसका होगा वो चेयर को सबसे ज्यादा यूटिलाइज कर रहा होगा, यानी कि चेयर उसी से टूट सकती है. सपोज एक पर्सन है वो 40 kg का है, दूसरा 60 kg का है, तीसरा 90 kg का है और चौथा फॉर एग्जांपल 150 kg का है. अब चेयर को कारपेंटर कैसे बनाए कि वो एक स्ट्रॉन्ग चेयर प्रूव होनी चाहिए? तो वो जो 140 kg वाला कस्टमर है जो सबसे ज्यादा हैवी वेट है, सबसे फैट है, मोटा है, चेयर को वो उसके हिसाब से बनाएगा. और एक बार में एक ही कैंडिडेट बैठ सकता है, ये नहीं कि 40 kg और 50 kg के दो आ गए तो एक साथ दोनों को बैठा के चेयर में एडजस्ट कर दिया. नहीं, 40 kg का बैठेगा वो तो आराम से बैठ ही जाएगा. जब 40 kg वाला उठ जाएगा तब 50 kg वाला बैठेगा. उस चेयर पर एक बार में एक ही पर्सन बैठ सकता है, राइट? एडजस्टमेंट नहीं है. और उस चेयर की स्ट्रेंथ डिपेंड करेगी जो सबसे हैवी वेट पर्सन है उस पर. बिल्कुल उसी तरह से ये यूनियन है. यूनियन के अंदर मेंबर वेरिएबल्स तो 3 है, लेकिन इनमें से कोई एक ही अपनी वैल्यू इस जगह पर रख सकता है। तो फिर वो जगह कितनी होनी चाहिए? दैट प्लेस मस्ट बी डिसाइडेड बाय द heaviest data member, or you can say the largest capacity meta member, that is float. अगर यहाँ float की जगह डबल होता तो ये ब्लॉक कितना बड़ा होता? 8 बाइट का होता फिर, राइट? उसमें कैरेक्टर अगर आप स्टोर कर देते तो 1 बाइट यूज हो जाती, 7 बाइट अनयूज्ड रहती। उसमें इंटीजर स्टोर नहीं होता है, स्ट्रक्चर की तरह इसमें एक्कोमोडेशन नहीं है, एक ही वेरिएबल रहेगा इसमें। जैसे अभी भी यहाँ पर 4 बाइट्स का ये ब्लॉक है और इसका स्टार्टिंग एड्रेस 236 है, ठीक। तो मैंने यहाँ पर बात करी एड्रेस की, अगर मैं यहाँ पर ए की कैरेक्टर की वैल्यू को इसमें डाल देता हूँ सक्सेसफुली और उसका एड्रेस देखना चाहता हूँ, तो यहाँ पर क्या लगा दूंगा? $var.a, है ना? $% लगाते ही हमें इसका एड्रेस मिल जाएगा var.a का। तो उसका एड्रेस 236 होगा। अगर मैंने सक्सेसफुली इंटीजर डाल दिया, अभी तो यहाँ तीनों डाले हुए हैं ना बेटा, ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि तीनों डल जाए, और मैं अलग अलग भी डाल सकता हूँ। मैं यहाँ पर इस इनिशियलाइजेशन को ना करके यहाँ पर अलग से लिख देता हूँ var.a इज इक्वल टू कोई कैरेक्टर, var.b इज इक्वल टू कोई वैल्यू 10 और var.c इक्वल टू कोई फ्लोट वैल्यू, राइट? ये 3 भी तो लिख सकता हूँ अलग अलग। अभी मैं प्रोग्राम में आपको ये चीज दिखाता हूँ, बट यहाँ पर जो एड्रेस की बात हुई है इसको जस्टिफाई कर रहा हूँ कि अगर कोई कैरेक्टर वेरिएबल डाला तो उस वेरिएबल का स्टार्टिंग एड्रेस क्या होगा? एम्परसेंड, यहाँ पर एम्परसेंड लगा देंगे तो एड्रेस निकलने लगेगा एम्परसेंड var.a, दैट विल बी 236। अगर मान लिया हमने सक्सेसफुली कैरेक्टर नहीं डाला, हमने b की वैल्यू डाल दी, इंट b, और उसमें हमने डाल दिया सपोज 35, तो हम अगर एम्परसेंड var.b को हम प्रिंट करें तो उसका एड्रेस भी 236 मिलेगा। और अगर हमने सपोज कैरेक्टर और इंटीजर को नहीं स्टोर किया, फ्लोट c में वैल्यू डाली, तो अगर हम उसका एड्रेस प्रिंट करने की कोशिश करें तो क्या आएगा? वो भी 236 आएगा, क्योंकि ये स्टोरेज एरिया तीनों के लिए कॉमन है और इस स्टोरेज एरिया का एड्रेस 236 है। अभी स्ट्रक्चर होता तब क्या होता? स्ट्रक्चर होता तो हमारे पास अलग अलग ब्लॉक होते, एक डेटा मेंबर के पास एक ब्लॉक होता, दूसरा डेटा मेंबर के पास दूसरा ब्लॉक होता, तीसरे के पास तीसरा ब्लॉक होता, राइट? इस तरह से ब्लॉक्स होते, ठीक है ना? अब जब ये ब्लॉक होते तो यहाँ पर इसका कुछ स्टार्टिंग एड्रेस होता है, इस ब्लॉक का कुछ अलग स्टार्टिंग एड्रेस होता है, इसका कुछ अलग स्टार्टिंग एड्रेस होता है, इट डिपेंड्स। तो स्ट्रक्चर में तो तीनों के लिए अलग अलग होते हैं। अगर तीनों में एम्परसेंड लगाते हैं स्ट्रक्चर के केस में, अगर स्ट्रक्चर होता तो तीनों में अलग अलग आता, लेकिन यूनियन के लिए क्योंकि वो कॉमन मेमोरी स्पेस है, राइट? सो उसमें क्या होता है? शेयर्ड है, और उस शेयर्ड मेमोरी एरिया में एक बार में एक ही चीज स्टोर हो सकती है और उसका एड्रेस कॉमन है और वो 236 होगा। दैट क्लियर ना? ये एक सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है, अभी मैं प्रोग्राम से भी आपको ये चीज क्लियर करता हूँ। एनीबॉडी एल्स हैज एनी डाउट रिगार्डिंग दिस करंटली? ओके, लेट्स मूव अहेड। आगे बढ़ते हैं, अभी मैं प्रोग्राम से भी ये चीज आपको जस्टिफाई करता हूँ। जस्ट मिनट, राइट? हम यहाँ पर तीनों को इनिशियलाइज करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, इसमें एरर नहीं आएगी, ये पुराना आउटपुट है। मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ, राइट? मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ, शो कर देता हूँ अभी कंपाइलर पे रन करके, और इस आउटपुट को चेंज भी कर दूंगा, इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है। जस्ट अ मिनट, आई एम शेयरिंग स्क्रीन विद यू, compiler screen. Now you can see this screen is visible. Okay, now the same code I have copied over here. I'm trying to do some additions, edit कर देता हूँ थोड़ा सा, जिससे ये डबल कोट्स वगैरह का पीपीटी में अलग रहता है, यहाँ पर अलग रहता है representation. That is now okay. So now I am trying to do this thing. I am executing this now. Let me see what happens. You can see output also. I'm sharing the screen, just a minute. Yes, now you can see output screen. Okay, so A is successfully stored, so the value of members are A. A is printing successfully. Then second value was actually 2, but it is printing 65. This is garbage. Third value is 2.5. It is printing 0.00000. This is garbage. So first value is successfully printed, but other values are unpredictable. Okay, other values are unpredictable. So in this way it will work, right? If you change the sequence, then again it will be changed. So I should change this. Suppose I have written this char A here. Suppose I have written char A here, right? So I must change this sequence also. First is integer, second is float, and third is char, right? Accordingly, I must go here also. Here I can write anything because whatever will be printed accordingly. So now which value should be printed correctly? First value, that is 2. In output screen, you can see only 2 will be printed successfully and others will not. Others will be something else, some garbage value, something else. So 2 is printed successfully. While printing in printf, that 2 is at second place, right? So it is printing here itself. Otherwise, if you write %d before, %c at the third place, so %d, %f, %c, then where b, where c, where a, then accordingly values will be correctly printed. But you can see here, while initialization, my first value 2 is successfully initialized to variable b. So where dot d is correctly shown in output. Are you confused? In initialization, whatever
Sir,
value.
please explain it again.
Okay. Look, in variable, this is the sequence. First of all, understand this is the sequence. First member variable is integer b, second variable is in float c, third variable is character a, right? There is a shared memory space available for all three, and at a time only one variable can be initialized. If you have initialized all of them simultaneously, only the first one will be successfully initialized. Second and third will not be initialized. Okay. So initialization has been done. In printf only you are printing those values. Whatever is initialized will be printed. So in printf, whatever is the sequence, right? Whatever is the sequence, accordingly values will be printed. So if I have done int b first member variable and 2 is the first value, then 2 will be initialized successfully. Right? 2.5 and a will not. In earlier example, a was first value and character a was the first member variable. So according to the sequence of member variables, I have to initialize here values. And printf is just printing. Printf is not doing anything. Okay. Suppose I change here one more time. I am writing here, suppose this I have written, right? I am writing this. Float c is my first member variable now, and int b is second, char a is third. Okay, so now I have to change this sequence. First value must be 2.5, second value must be 2, and third value must be character. According to these member variables, I have to write values over here, right? Now, again, printf is same. So which value will be correctly printed? 2.5. In printf, wherever 2.5 is written, 2.5 will be correctly printed. 2 will not be correctly printed, a will not be correctly printed because 2.5 is the first value in this sequence. First value will be successfully stored. You can see result again. You can see result again. If it is visible to all of you, program and output both, you can see this. In printf, I have printed var.a, and var.a is third member variable, right? In initialization, this is third variable, right? A. So this is not correctly printed. Var.b is what? Var.b is integer. This is second member variable, value is 2, not correctly printed, right? And third is var.c. Var.c is actually of float type, and according to my initialization, 2.5 will go to c. So 2.50000 is correctly printed. I think now you have obtained it correctly. If you're not, then in next example you will get it. So what is my purpose of saying about union variables is that it has a shared memory space, and on that shared memory space only one value can be stored at a time, right? I'll show you one more example and definitely you will get it if you are not feeling comfortable over here. Okay, so in my PPT I must change that output. There will not be compilation error. Delete this. So what will be output over here? Output will be A will be printed successfully, and then I must write here garbage and garbage. I'll show you that screen again if you are not able to see it. Now it is correct. This is the program. In this program, char A is first member variable, so capital A will be stored successfully. Then 2 and 2.5 will be garbage. Okay. If you will change this sequence of member variables, accordingly your initialized values will be changed. But if you will not change your printf, then whatever value is written here as a first value will be successfully shown. Wherever the place within printf, others will be garbage. Okay. Now I have made this slide for your exam and interview purpose. This is a very important question. You should prepare difference between structure and union. In structure, every memory has its own memory space. All the members use the same memory space. It can handle all the members or a few as a required time, but it can handle only one member because it is shared. Struct is used, union is used. It may be initialized with all members. Only first member will be initialized. Any member can be accessed without loss of data. Here, loss of data is possible. If you are trying to handle any member, different interpretation for the same memory location are not possible. Different interpretation for the same memory location are possible, right? यूनियन में ये पॉसिबल है, स्ट्रक्चर में नहीं। भाई देखिए स्ट्रक्चर में क्या है कि वो तीन, अगर आपने एक इंटीजर एक फ्लोट और डबल लिया तो फिक्स है वो कहाँ पर होंगे। लेकिन यूनियन के केस में अगर आपने इंटीजर लिया तो उसमें उस स्पेस में सिर्फ दो मेमोरी 2 बाइट या 4 बाइट लिया, अगर कैरेक्टर लिया तो 1 बाइट। तो ये इंटरप्रिटेशन इसी बात को कह रहा है, ये मेमोरी के एड्रेस की बात नहीं कर रहा है। एड्रेस तो कॉमन होगा इसमें, एड्रेस तो इसमें डिफरेंट होगा स्ट्रक्चर में, लेकिन इंटरप्रिटेशन अलग अलग हो जाएगा। क्योंकि लार्जेस्ट मेमोरी के हिसाब से आपने वो ब्लॉक दिया, अगर इंटीजर उसमें स्टोर कर रहे हैं या कैरेक्टर स्टोर कर रहे हैं या डबल स्टोर कर रहे हैं तो उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन अलग अलग होगा। ठीक, इसमें मोर स्टोरेज स्पेस इज रिक्वायर्ड, इसमें लेस स्टोरेज स्पेस इज रिक्वायर्ड, राइट। ये इसका एक सिंटेक्स है छोटा सा, स्ट्रक्चर स्ट्रक्ट नेम यूनियन यूनियन नेम, राइट, इस तरह से। तो इन डिफरेंसेस को भी एक बार फिर से तैयार कर लीजिएगा, पढ़ लीजिएगा अच्छे से। We'll move ahead. Now I am showing you here few programs. Instead of showing programs over here, I'll go to that part in Dev C. There I have stored some programs for you. It will be more beneficial for all of you. So this is another example. See what is happening in this example. Union data int I float f char str20. Okay. So now initialization part I have commented, because initialization I think you have understood. Now I have created one object of union data type x. I have stored here x dot f is equal to 220.5. I can write over here. I have initialized this data member variable only. F is of float type 220.f. In the very next line, I have printed the same. It will be printed successfully because only one value is there. Then on next line, I have stored x dot I is equal to 10. In very next line, if I try to print both x dot I and x dot f, which will be printed correctly, which will not be printed correctly? Integer 10 will be printed correctly because it is the most recent operation. X dot f is the previous operation, right? तो पहले से कोई हैवी वेट पर्सन चेयर पर बैठा हुआ था, वो फ्लोट था, उसको आपने प्रिंट कर लिया। अब उसी चेयर पर आप थोड़ा सा लाइट वेट पर्सन को, इंटीजर को बैठा रहे हैं। अब वो फ्लोट वाले की गोद में थोड़ी ना बैठ जाएगा, उसको हटा देगा तब बैठेगा। तो इसीलिए अब जो करंटली उस चेयर पर बैठा है, यानी मेमोरी में जो स्टोर हुआ है वो क्या है? वो इंटीजर है, 10 है, जो आपने अभी अभी स्टोर किया है। तो f वाली वैल्यू का क्या होगा, वो तो उठ गया। अगर आप उसको प्रिंट करने की कोशिश करोगे तो वो तो गार्बेज हो गया। आई बात समझ में? अगर सिर्फ हम x डॉट आई प्रिंट करते तब तो करेक्ट वैल्यू एक 10 प्रिंट हो जाती, लेकिन मैंने जानबूझ कर यहाँ x डॉट एफ भी डाला है, तो अब x डॉट एफ में क्या आएगा, गार्बेज, क्योंकि मेमोरी स्पेस तो हमारे पास एक ही है, उसमें या तो इंटीजर हो सकता है या फ्लोट हो सकता है या कैरेक्टर एरे हो सकता है, कोई एक चीज हो सकती है। चलिए रन करके देख लेते हैं। Then again, if you have any doubt, I'll make it clear. So can you see that output? Now I'm showing it again. You can see now correctly. So first printf is printing 220.5 successfully. Okay. Second printf is printing 10 successfully, but x dot f value, if you are expecting that here also 220.500 should be printed, you are wrong. In union, it cannot be done. Now I think you are clear about this concept of union. Anybody has any doubt, please ask immediately. Look, there are two things. Either you initialize entire object in one go and try to see what value is successfully printed, then only first value will be printed successfully, 10. Like जैसे यहाँ पर लिखा है ना 10 to 20.5 और BB तीनों वैल्यूज दी है, तो अगर हम तीनों को प्रिंट करने की कोशिश करें तो सिर्फ पहली वाली करेक्ट प्रिंट होगी, बाकी दोनों गार्बेज हो जाएंगे। तो फिर इसका यूटिलाइजेशन क्या है? इसका यूटिलाइजेशन यूनियन का यही है कि आप एक बार में एक ही मेंबर वेरिएबल को स्टोर करिए, उसको डिस्प्ले करिए, उस पर कोई कैलकुलेशन करिए, उस पर कोई कंडीशन लगाइए, कुछ भी करिए, वट एवर थिंग यू वांट टू डू यू कैन डू। But if you have completed all the tasks with that value stored, then you can change your member variable, store a different value, and again start utilizing. So there are possibilities to store values, but at a time only one value can be stored. This is union. In C programming, hardware point of view is more important for union. जैसे हमारे systems में we have various devices attached, right? You are CS student, so I was discuss this thing with you only. Various devices are attached. VGA card is there, mouse is there, keyboard is there, various devices are attached. How operating system recognizes all these devices and how it allows a device to work on the basis of device driver program, right? On the basis of device driver program. So whenever any device is in active state, its device driver program is actually running behind the scene. And these device driver programs are actually identified by some numbers. These numbers are called interrupt request, IRQ, interrupt request, right? So in programming, Linux-based programming generally does so, Windows-based will not do so. All the devices are identified by their IRQs. So at a time, only one IRQ will be successfully passed. Request is there, response will be given by operating system, so successfully passed, and that device will start working. As a human being, we can observe that computer is doing so many things at a time, but actually this is not so. If you are listening music with your system, you are also using browser for chatting, you are also writing something else, right? So you are seeing that multiple devices are working, but at a time only one device is working. The thing is that switching from one device to another device is so fast that user can never observe any delay, and he thinks or she thinks that all the devices are working simultaneously. No, this is not the case. So here union works. There is a union defined in operating system in C language, generally for Linux-based program, where all the devices are listed and their IRQs are there at a particular address, and whenever any device is start going to work, then that thing is in execution. Similarly here also, if I have three type of data, integer, float, and character, any one data I want to utilize, that will be stored and utilized. After its utilization, another can be done. But in a structure case, all the three are simultaneously stored. Just to make memory space utilization in a better way, union has been used, right? Okay, so we'll go for next example. Next example is suppose this. Now there are two things over here. First thing is regarding value. Second thing is regarding size of. So first I'll make it comment, right? So now who will tell me what will be output for this one? Even this should be double, right? This is LF. So output will be, first value will be 4, 5, 6, 7. That will be printed successfully, right? Rest of the things are garbage, right? So you can see 4, 5, 6, 7.98003. This is double value correctly printed. Then 50 is not here. HE is not here. These are garbage values, right? Okay. Now what about size of operator? Here size of calculation is quite easy. Can anybody tell me what will be output of this? Size of union depends on largest data member. That is correct. But that largest space must be according to the member variables. See, double is largest, so multiples will be of double, right? 8 byte each. But character array CH is having 12 values to store, 12 bytes requirement, right? So how many multiples will be given? 2 multiples will be given. 8, 8, 16. So the size of this largest space that is shared among all three is 16 bytes. Can you see this output now? Okay, see now. Size of union is 16. Why it is 16? Because largest data member is double. So multiples of largest data members will be given, right? But at a time only one value can be stored. So that memory space will be shared. But what will be that memory space? That memory space will be to store the largest requirement. That largest requirement is this character array, 12. So 16 is given. अच्छा, आप अगर मुझे बताएं कि यूनियन की जगह अगर स्ट्रक्चर होता तो हम साइज ऑफ निकालते, तब क्या कैलकुलेशन आता है इसका? Anybody should tell me, if it is structure in place of union, then what will be size of calculation of this? I have told you in previous class.
Sir, 24.
Count again. Integer takes 2 bytes, 4 bytes, right? Integer takes 4 bytes, right? You have taken it 4. Double takes 8. 4 and 8, 12. Sorry. According to that double, it will work. Yes. Say Ajay. Double will take, if it is structure only, then I'm calculating.
Sir, 8.
8. Then for integer, again 8, because multiples are given in 8. Then here
16.
So
16.
overall,
20.
overall, 32.
Sir, 32.
Yes. Right? If it is a structure, then it will be 32.
So int 8, why int 8 will be there?
You were present in my previous class. I think you were not present.
Yes, sir. So you said the 4 it will take. So.
But in structure, memory space calculation depends on multiples of largest member variable. Largest member variable is double. So memory blocks that will be issued will be in the multiples of 8 only.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now next example we should come with. See this example, output is already given over here. Type def has been used. Even type def can be used for structure. Similarly for union also. Union int a, char b, float c. Union, that means this union is the new name given for this union, right? We can write in this way also. So we can create now objects of union type directly because of type def we are doing it, right? If you will remove this type def, then we cannot do this. Type def means a new name is given for that union. This is in this way written. So x, y are union objects. Y is initialized 102.5 strcpy x dot b hello, then x dot a 50, then x dot c 21.50, right? So are you getting output? Output is also given over here. Right? Output is correctly written over here. So there are two objects, x and y. So x, within x, first you have entered hello, right? Memory space is shared for x, and it is actually 12 bytes because 10 characters are required. Multiples of float will be there. 4, 4, 4, 12 bytes. So 12 byte is the memory space shared among all these three, right? So in that 12 bytes, you have stored hello first. Then in the very next line, you have stored 50. In the very next line, you have stored C. So whatever is the last value will be stored successfully, right? So if you will print all the three, only 21.5 will be printed successfully. Others are garbage. वही बात है ना, वो चेयर रखी हुई है, उस चेयर पे पहले आके हेलो बैठ गया, ठीक, अभी 50 आकर के बैठ रहा है तो हेलो को हटा करके 50 बैठा दिया, फिर उसी चेयर पर हमने 21.50 को बैठाना है तो 50 को भी हटा दिया, 21.50 को रख दिया. सो व्हाट विल बी द करेक्ट वैल्यू? Only 21.50 will be shown successfully and rest of the things are incorrect. Okay, and in case of y, y was initialized here with one value 102.5, and since the sequence is given like int first then char then float, and you are giving here only one value, so that 102.5 will go to a and typecasting has been done, so 102 will be stored, and remaining values you have not initialized and they are not here. Come to next example. Like pointer to structure, we can have pointer to union also. Arrow operator ke help se we can do this thing also. So here you can see union data. So asterisk data is a pointer variable of that data. Data one is a normal variable of that data, and data is having address of data one. Correct? So now data arrow I is equal to 10. With the help of data, you are trying to place values within data one, right? So we can do this. This is actually referenced value, right? Referring, you are referring, or you can write in this way also, asterisk and dot both, or you can use arrow operator. So if data dot I is printing, it will be printed successfully. Then in the next line 220.5 is given, successfully printed. Then third value data str C programming, so at a time only one value is given and printed successfully, so they will be printed correctly. You can see. Okay. I'm just showing here that why how union pointers can be represented. It is similar to structure pointer, nothing more than that. But only one thing is there: individual member variables will be handled separately. Okay. come to last example for today. This example is also showing difference between union and structure. So see here, I have created a union job and struct job one. Member variables are same in both, right? Then I'm trying to initialize union object with all the three values and printing size of this, right? And then structure object is initialized with all the three values and values are printed. So accordingly, output will be there, right? Now you have understood what will be size of union, size of structure. So accordingly, you can calculate what will be output. This program is also given in the notes, and those slides I will share with you.